Teresa falls off the horse, and Joseph, trying to help her, gets attacked by the rattlesnake. It's like one after the other.
It's the first time they come very close to death in the way that they did not expect. It is really significant that both of them get damaged at the same moment. It shows that they're so close and there is such a strong, unbreakable bond. Not only this moment makes them question what kind of future they have, it also makes them question whether they have future at all.
They stumble upon a really horrifying scene, which is that the Lakota tribe of women and children have been brutally murdered.
It was heartbreaking. I got there early and walked around and thought about how many times this happened and how awful it was. Stuff that you don't read in history that you probably should.
James, stop!
The threat that evolved out of that scene was the fact that we mixed our hoof prints up with the killers that came in and wiped out the camp.
Anyone who passes here gonna think we did it.
Even as a character, even in the middle of it, it gave me chill bumps to realize what the consequences of that were.
We gotta run them down, or the whole world's gonna think we did it.
In order to mitigate this, James, Shay, Thomas leave to hunt down the Lakota tribe's killers.
They came across these self-appointed deputies that wiped out a whole village, and they're kind of gloating about, yeah, we did it.
Them Indians is prairie maggots and nothing else.
You killed all those people just to bait out their men. That's what we're talking about right now. He heard all he needed to hear. Thomas has his code of right and wrong. There's no gray area there.
Them folks wasn't the thieves. You the thief. You gonna die for it.
We're heavy-handed on them. We've wiped them out.
Margaret and Elsa are left to their own devices with the other pioneers. The Lakota warriors, of course, come back and they find their family and seek revenge.
They're after them because they're in so much grief, the greatest grief one can feel.
It was an amazing thing to film because it felt so real. They were hauling ass towards our wagon and all of us are ready to just fire and protect whatever we have left.
Get out!
Come on! Elsa's trying to save our life, so she splits off.
Elsa attempts to steer the Lakota warriors away from her family. She is hit and awakens under a wagon that is aflame. She wakes up, walks out, sees the horror, tries to run away, and faces Lakota warrior. And she's not gonna die without a fight. Despite that, she faces the other Lakota warriors and fights them, because she's a warrior. She yells out the words, "I love you" in Comanche, the ones that Sam taught her. That stops the Lakota warriors. It's because of Sam that she's spared.
You fight like Comanche.
She says, warrior to warrior, we didn't kill your family. They stop.
Oh, watch still!
She's left with a questionable fate, which is there's an arrow protruding out of her stomach.
I see my daughter. I see Elsa with an arrow through her. I think she refuses to comprehend what this means.
Oh, honey.
We're riding back, and then we see 30 Lakota warriors, and I just take off right at them. What a surreal moment. I ride in, and they surround me. I'm looking around going, oh my gosh, can you imagine being in this situation? Can you imagine what they're thinking?
Do I still have a family?
I don't know which is your family.
Do I still have a daughter?
Do I?
And the miscommunication. It's heartbreaking and devastating and scary all at the same time.
And we're fighting today.
It was a pretty powerful scene.
Walk with me, honey.
It was really hard to shoot the scene where Margaret is realizing that this could possibly be the end of her child's life.
She's young. She's young and she's so strong.
And she's the light of my life. And she's my soul.
You know, I'm a dad with 3 daughters. I'm reading this, and I could barely get through it without just falling apart.
She's gonna die.
How fucking dare you?
Obviously, I know, but I just won't accept it. Even as smart as Margaret is, and James is fighting it too, you know, he is definitely the one that says, this is happening.
And if we don't accept it now, she'll die in some fort. So we will lie to her. And we will let her look at this world with those big dreamer eyes till they can't see anymore.
Our family is going to be split half in two. I'm speaking about this like this has actually happened in my life, but I do feel that way because that's how invested all of us are.
It saved all the pain for today.
Now, the day after is always worse.
What about the next day?
Next day's a mystery.
They decide to continue on to a nearby fort, and we're gonna find out what's gonna happen.